Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Why young men should date a Filipina. Today I want to talk specifically about this idea of standard of living, or somebody thinking they have a better standard of living if they don't get married. Now, if a young man does want a better standard of living, then finding a hard-working wife from the Philippines would certainly improve it. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to offer marriage advice to young men because I care. I care about any man getting married, but this series I'm starting is going to be focusing on younger men, let's say 30s and below, because they could get left out finding somebody in the West if they don't have a way to expand their options and go where they are wanted. So I don't want anyone to wait until they're too old to get married. I suppose that can happen. I was 53 when I married my wife in the Philippines back in 2015, but I don't want anybody to wait that long. So this series is going to be called Why Young Men Should Date a Filipina, and the videos will be placed in a playlist called Young Men and Filipinas. And I'm going to have probably 25 parts to this, so I'm just going to make 25 shorter videos. So I believe that women in the Philippines would prefer a younger man, a younger woman rather, would prefer a younger man courting her. But these men, younger men, often assume that the women just want the older guys because of money. It's not quite that simple. I do have videos about young men, how they do have an advantage over older guys, and they should think about that. That's probably in the series, this very one here, Young Men and Filipinas, if you want to check out that playlist. So I have read that young men are concerned about their standard of living if they were to get married to anybody, but I don't think that is a problem. Married couples, after all, tend to make more money together than a single man would, and married men tend to make more than single men. Being married literally forces one, a good thing, to be responsible and care for their household and care for others. And this is what a real man does. This is what a young man should be seeking to do. And if your parents aren't going to tell you this, the influential people in your life, I am. I don't think it's okay to keep getting into your 30s and 40s and you're alone and you really can't say, well, I'm going to wait until so-and-so to get married. It doesn't really work that way. My Filipino wife also, she's working here in America, so that's helping us keep our heads above water, and I greatly appreciate her for this. It's not why I married her, but it is a benefit. A woman from the Philippines tends to work hard, and Filipinos in America are likely some of the best, hardest working, loyal employees. Marrying a Filipina can actually help you by finding a wife who works hard, probably wants to work with you even after having a child. That's something you must look into. Just having a wife should really motivate a young man to be all that he can be in the workforce. Learn what you do well. Try to find a job and career you can work at for at least 40 years, or at least work for a total of at least 40 years or more. There are trade schools, if you're not interested in college. That's actually what I did a long time ago. My wife is working here full-time, also going to school. She's a hardworking, responsible Filipina. So having a wife, especially a frugal one, like a Filipina might be, does not add as much expense as you might think. She really isn't going to increase the cost of your housing, your rent, electricity, or cable. You have to pay that anyway. And if she works, you're going to be way ahead. So protecting your standard of living by not getting married is not a good reason to not find love beyond the sea.